We've decided to build a log cabin with no experience at an undisclosed location in upstate New York. Welcome to Adirondack Log Cabin, Episode 11.
This one screw can ruin the entire cabin. Okay, slight change of plan on the windows. I'm not concerned anymore about them shrinking and the walls going down, and here's why. In theory, the logs will shrink and become skinnier, but the spikes are holding them fixed in their axis, so they're unable to compress. So each log will shrink, become skinnier, the gaps will widen, but they won't be compressing and going downwards because of the spikes holding them affixed on their axis in place. Got a new bit. We're going to see how it does. A little bit longer. I don't want this out, no? Little bit of a slow day today. Only got 4 logs on. Wasn't really in the mood to film that much. I thought building with green logs, you could break up the monotony, not having to drop and prep 50 large trees where you're scraping for weeks, you're taking the bark off. But in its own way, it's still monotonous doing felling trees, dragging trees with the sliding cone, taking the bark off, you put them in place, you strap them, pre-drill, spike, and then you start it again. So building a log cabin in general, these stages are monotonous. It's just a grind, you know, and some days you just don't have the motivation. But for a day where I just wasn't feeling it, still got 4 big logs on, 2 butts and 2 passes, and you know, tomorrow we'll get up here bright and early, 5 a.m., 5:30. You want to scrape logs? It's very heavy, bud. Whoa. Careful.
Here you can see me dropping a few eastern hemlock trees, and I wanted to touch on two important points. First, it's not as difficult to find suitable trees. They can have a bend or a crook in them, and we could still work them in around the windows and the doors. They don't need to be 20 feet and perfectly straight. Second is it's kind of a race against the clock to drop them now, because as the season progresses, it's going to be a lot more difficult to debark them. In August, September, October, the bark really sucks up to the tree and it becomes painstaking. It could take 10, 20 times as long to debark a tree. Some of these I'll peel in 10, 20 minutes. Down the road, it could be a few hours. So it's really a race to get trees on the ground that we're going to utilize and get the bark off of them. It's also worth noting a lot of the debarking happens behind the scenes. It can get a little repetitive, so I don't record a lot of it, and doesn't exactly make for great content. So just keep that in mind. A lot of these logs, they often take a lot longer to prep than it may appear in the video. And the same can be said often for the delimbing and cutting the knobs off and working on the imperfections. A lot of that goes unrecorded. So there's two small things I've been doing which I think are making a big difference for me on the build, and that's keeping a fire going. The smoke keeps the mosquitoes and the black flies away. It's only going to get worse as the season progresses. I've also been trying to keep the saw sharp. So every time, as a rule of thumb, I put a tank of gas through the saw, I try to sharpen it once.
3 logs high on the windows. Probably 3 out of 9 to get to the top. Then maybe 2 long ones above. Then we're on to the roof.